What's up, YouTube fam? This is Mr. Ambitious. This is my new YouTube channel called Keep It Consistent. Most of what we're going to be talking about on this YouTube channel is most like my business, how I can give people insight of what we got going on. I'm more of a carrier business, kind of known as to some people logistics. So we do a logistics. We move freight back and forth in commerce, interstate lines, stuff like that. So that's what we mostly do. And this channel is just mostly just to motivate people. Anything they're doing, happy to get out the 9 to 5 rat race. Just to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? To whatever you're doing, whatever your goal is. It doesn't have to be the logistic business. It could be anything. So, this is what this YouTube channel is about, man. So y'all just follow with me along. I have made several, before we started, you got to understand too, I have made several YouTube channels. Not only that, I want to try many different ventures, and that's how I'm supposed to be. Honestly, you're supposed to keep going till you find your niche. You're supposed to keep going till you get to. It says to take you one time to. It takes you one time to succeed. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep going till you can see. So man, just keep it consistent and always invest in yourself. And I always be like that. So I always thought like that. My mind frame was always to invest in myself, and that's how we do it. So. Another thing, this is my office right here. I have an in-home office. It kind of helps me out a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because when I'm coming in from like doing my runs and my work, I can get into my office and look at my board, my laptop, and see what we got, and try to venture out to get more contracts and everything. Just an FYI, anybody thinking about starting a carrier business, give you a little more insight in the carrier business. This is just my view on things. This is not actually how everything's go, because it's I say it like this, it's going to be many different variants. So what I mean about that, because things are gonna vary when you like in different states. What's your credit score, stuff like that. All of these are, even what type of person you are, all of these things are going to vary. So when I say this, you take it with a grain of salt and you take what you need and move on. So the first thing I learned about this business as a carrier business, I learned that you can really get some contracts local. You don't always have to do OTR. I haven't did really much OTR since I started my business. We're probably like 4 or 5 months in. I haven't done much OTR in, and my business has been operation on paper for like I think about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. So that's what I did. I mostly me starting my business. I mostly got the paper and the back work done first. Building my credit score, getting my Dun & Bradstreet, building that credit, get me a couple of net 30s, get me a paydex score of 80, doing things in that matter. So when we did actually get equipment, we started doing stuff, I'll look good on paper, and most people will want to actually mess with me. Like I said, you can make money in your local department. So one thing I would tell anybody that's trying to start a carrier business, and I don't pay for mentors. Some didn't check out good, and some did kind of help me out. So it just depends on where you go. But what I would tell people, like, don't jump into the $1 million insurance. That's one of the key factors. Just don't jump into the $1 million insurance first. Go around your local neighborhood, knock on doors. Like, just don't call, just don't email people. Them people get a lot of calls and emails. Be active, bro. Like, go knock on doors. And if they tell you they like, we ain't doing that, and we're full, we're not taking anybody, I would say, yeah, go back next week. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of cliche to say, but not honestly, but because you never know what happened in a week. With things change into this life that we doing, and as this business grow, as this business mature, as this thing, everything changes in life. Today it might be sunny, tomorrow it might be raining. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect of life, you have to be like, okay, be consistent. Like they told you, boom, like we ain't got nothing open right now. We ain't taking on people. Well, maybe that's for this week. I'm gonna come back next week. And if you tell me that next week, I'm gonna come back 3 days later, because the dynamics change, dude. Like, somebody could miss a route, somebody can't be showing up, maybe somebody lazy, and they were like, well, let's call back that dude that always, or that woman that always come up here and be so consistent and trying to get with us. Let's hit them back. I'm gonna tell you another thing I did too. It was crazy. It's a good problem to have, but another thing I did too, overbooked work, bro. Like I literally overbooked work. What I mean by that, I went out to get more contracts than I could actually probably handle, but that's a good thing because only problem with that is just you need to get more vehicles, or you need to team up with people that can actually that got vehicles, and you can help each other out in y'all network. Always try to network in this business, getting started. That will help you get you rolling faster, get things going faster. So always try to network. And before, if there's some of the things I know, like when I started this business, before I would have jumped out and get the $1 million insurance, because that's what I did, because that's the game. Everybody telling you like, oh, you gotta have $1 million insurance. Everybody mess with you. Your MC gotta be such and such. Like all of this, right? Oh, you need $1 million insurance to get authority. You don't. I'm being honest with you. Like, if you were in the cargo van, and maybe it's different from, like I say, everything varies. If you were in the cargo van, I know for me, I'm in the state of Florida. So when I run my cargo van and I got my DOT is free. And when I got it, DOT was free. I don't know how to do it. Everything changed. Remember, I tell you, varies. Things change every time. But when I got the DOT, my DOT number, the DOT number was free, but the authority you have to pay for. So it's like $300 authority. But with the DOT and authority, you need the $300K assurance just to keep your authority. And that's what it is. So just get the bare minimum of what you need. Don't go over and beyond unless you got guaranteed work, and unless somebody say, yeah, we'll bring you on, but you need this, and you can start. As soon as you get that, you start Monday. Boom. Don't let nobody say, well, you need that, and we'll see what spot we could get you in, but first you need that. Now that's not a guarantee, you know what I'm saying? Nothing is guaranteed in life, but you need a more certain guarantee before you go out and do something. So what I would do is make sure that if I get this, when I can start, you know what I'm saying? So if you're looking at that $1 million, so $1 million most of life for OTR. OTR, for people that don't know, some people do know, but people that don't know, OTR is over the road. OTR is over the road. It's a lot of things you have to prepare for when you hit the OTR. A lot of people say that's what's most of your money at, and some people make good money locally. You just have to get out there and try and see what's worked for you. A lot of people ask that question: what's better, OTR or local? Well, it depends, you know what I'm saying, because we're in different states, different cities, so your city might pay low or higher than my city, so you have to go see. So yeah, realistic numbers that you probably can hear from OTR, that what I know, probably like from 2,000 to I think 35, maybe 4. And all this depends on you, like, because you're the narrator, you're the author of your own story. You remember that? You know what I'm saying? So remember, in your life, nothing. And this is how I move in my life and going. In life, it's nothing against you. It's how you perceive it. And what I mean, like things that kind of like hurt your feelings, because we a lot of people is we're feeling driven, and we probably don't feel like it, but you are, because if something don't go your way, it makes you feel type of way. That's called feelings. You know what I'm saying? It makes you feel type of way. Now, remember that thing that probably hurt you and probably take you through it and take you through the ups and downs. It's there to build characters, and sometimes it has to hurt, and sometimes it has to make you cry. Sometimes it has to take you to this roller coaster, so you can know, like, if I ever face that again, I will handle it differently. So it's just building character, building a stronger armor, so you can be prepared for more things that you're going to encounter in life. So next time you encounter something like that in life, you'll be strong. So yeah, that's my little thought of how I have my vision life. You know what I'm saying? Everything like that. That's my little thought of how I vision life. But actually, local, you can make a lot of money too. I mean, you can make a good amount of money. I ain't gonna say a lot. Like, what people don't tell you, like, I know in the state of Florida, a lot of people throw these crazy numbers out on YouTube, so you have to be careful. But in my state, Florida, or in my city, because I live in Jacksonville bound. So realistically numbers probably like 1,000, maybe a little over 1,000, just for one carrier. So I'm being like, that's what I have been seeing. That's what I've been going through. So 1,000 a week, maybe a little over 1,000 just with one carrier. Now, how you make more money, you get savvier. You get one carrier. That one carrier gonna pay you 1,000. They only running you to probably like 6:30 in the morning to like 1, and then you actually just go to another carrier after that. Or if somebody's running you from 6 to 3, try to get, excuse me, if somebody running you to 6 to 3, try to see can you get another contract that run you like 4 to 9. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you start to pile on your monies. If you could get a guaranteed route and a little like on-demand contract, that means they just calling you whenever they need you. A guaranteed route is mean this is what you do Monday through Fridays. This is what your route you go. If you get that, that's how you start to build to get to the number you want. So don't let it overwhelm you, because most times we let it overwhelm you. We trying to make 1,800 at one spot or 1,900 at one spot. I always try to break things down, simplify it for me, so like make it possible for me to make. I come up with my number, what I want to make in a week or what I want to make in a month, and I break it down. What does that look like in a week or a month or days? What do I need to be bringing in? And so, like I say, what I would do is you get one contract, a guarantee route in the morning, and on demand call in the afternoon, whatever you get off that, or get get apps, do the apps, hit them, and just try to weigh it out like that. And all that will build together, give you a decent number. Maybe you could do 15, maybe you could do 17, maybe you could do 14, 13, whatever. And then that would add up in a month, and that kind of get you to what you're trying to get to in a month goals. You see what I'm saying? And as you expand, just add more vehicles with the contracts that you're building good relationships. Say, hey, boom, I got another vehicle. I'm gonna tell you one of the things you're gonna run into too. You have these third party. I think it's SCI, and what is the other? Open Force. Yes. So this is the craziest thing about going local or stuff like that. You're gonna have to go. Most of the people want you to go through a third party, the SCIs and what you call them. Now with the SCIs and the Open Force, they charge they had a little owner fees. So, and a lot of companies won't deal with you unless you go through them. So that's like the catch-22. You see what I'm saying? Now you got to deal with a third party unless you go out and get your own contracts. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the problems you might run into, because I think SCI probably they be like, oh, because I think when I was doing SCI, to go on board with another company, they charged me for something I already have. It was like, oh, I don't know, they make us what you. So they're gonna run the game on you, such. Like they're like, you gotta have 100,000 cargo. Yeah, I had way more. You see what I'm saying? Like I had $1 million insurance policy, dude. You see what I'm saying? Like, so I was way lower that, but it was still charging me. So I had to get smarter. Like, let's take this insurance down. Let's do this, and because they charging me for something I already had, and that's when you deal with third parties. So if you could get a direct, what you call them, but if you're going through most of the big companies, T4, Blue Streak, most of it, you're gonna have to go through them third parties. I'm being honest to you. When you're gonna have to go through them third parties, they want you to go through SCI, Open Force and stuff like that. That's the only way they'll deal with you. And the way to avoid that, just go out and try to get your own contract. Is it challenging? Yeah, it will be challenging at times, but I mean, you can do it. You can do anything you put your mind to. You know what I'm saying? It may take a little time, may lose a little sleep, but honestly, you can do it. And that's the thing, dude. Too. And if you're trying to be a master contractor, what that is, you're bringing people under you. Oh, they want money off of that too. So that's the only thing about going through these Open Force and SCI. They want money every time you try to make more money. It's not easy to build with them. They're more built for if you just want to run one vehicle. So they're more built to people like this. If you're replacing your job just to have a business, but it's still your job, you're still gonna be on the job because you're just working for yourself. That's still a job. You know what I'm saying? If you one vehicle and you still just working for yourself, that's still a job, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's how most of us start out. So we still start as a job. You're just working for yourself. I don't think you actually be could label yourself as a like say successful business owner. Or I'm not saying that you're not successful. What I'm saying, successful business owners is actually not working into the business. They're managing the business. So when you can pull yourself out the business and manage the business, that's when you reach that goal. But the SCIs of open force is not built for people like want to manage because every time you excel or try to do better with your business or add on with your business, they won't want to cut you, bring in another driver. They want people on board the driver. They want to. There's so much going on. You see what I'm saying? So they want to cut into your money. So you just have to be savvy. You have to know how to get around things and stuff like that, and what you call it. And sometimes if you weren't good enough, a person be like, hey, you can just bring in another driver, and as long as they on your insurance, you show us, bro. You ain't got to go through that. And that's as you build a relationship, you can build a relationship. Boom. A company that doesn't use SCI or any one of them, but their pay is low, and and maybe it's better for some people, but the pay was when I worked with them, it was low. Priority carriers, you know what I'm saying? They don't use a third party. You actually just go through them or boom. Now, if in your city, if you got a priority carrier, they pay good, go with it, because then you could scale the business easily, because they don't really care if you like what driver you have, because all liability is gonna fall on you anyway, as long as you insure their packaging and insure their stuff. All liability is gonna fall on you anyway. So, boom, that's just some of the things I ran into with what's calling in this business. A lot of business be like, oh, the trucking business or the carrier business, it ain't profitable. It's what you make it. Honestly, like it's all about the hustle. Some people got way too much overhead and way too less hustle. So some people just like, yeah, I'm gonna just go through this, do this little route. I'm gonna work from 6 to 2, and then boom, going home and such and such. But you ain't putting enough time in it to try to make the money that you need to actually sell your business and take care of your expenses of living. You get what I'm saying? So if your rent, if you rent 2,000, I think I don't know. Just I'm gonna use something like in my range. Like, so if your rent was probably like in the 2,000 range, and maybe your water maybe 200 or stuff like that, them bills add up. And if you're trying to run a carrier business, you're trying to run your cargo van and trying to pay those bills, plus trying to pay your cargo expenses like your gas. That's a must expense. Your insurance. Insurance could be expensive. That's why I tell you, just don't go out and get the $1 million insurance. See what people require, you know what I'm saying, and shop around, and always keep shopping every time. Even when you do get insurance, shop, and 2 months later, shop around again and see who's gonna give you the better price, because sometimes people just have this and they have better prices. But yeah, the overhead will definitely get you if you don't if you running one cargo and you just working just normal hours, like 8 hours. 7 to 8 hours a day. You got $2,000 rent, $200 light bill, cable bill $100, insurance. Your cargo insurance might be about anywhere between 500 to it could be to 2,000. I heard people pay 2,000. So 500 to 2,000. But it depends on what kind of insurance you're going, and that's the factor. It just depends on what kind of insurance you, what your coverage is, and if especially you're paying a car note on that cargo van, or if you're paying a regular car note, you eating up everything. So you're not able to be flexible to grow that business, because everything you're making is being eat up. So you have to have, when you get into this game, get the lowest overhead. And sometimes you have to do the uncomfortable thing, bro. But you just gotta look like where you trying to be. You know what I'm saying? Are you trying to look cute? Are you trying to be, you know what I'm saying? You trying to be this fly dude? You trying to be this fly girl? Where are you trying to be? If you could weather the storm, what I would say, bro, and I have did it, so I'm not just talking about, like people like, nah, he up, he such and such. No, I wasn't always up, bro. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't always up. I go live with a friend, honestly, bro. Like when I'm starting my cargo business, if it was me, I would go live with a friend or your sister or a relative, and hey, can I get a room if you got a room to spare, and keep it low overhead, and if you could, if that's possible for you, if you can, if you got this big old family, you got a whole bunch of things going, maybe that ain't possible for you. Maybe you have to look for a lower, what you call it, if you got if you in a 4 bedroom, but it's only you and your girl and your kids, and y'all go to a 3 bedroom, still be all right. Go to a 3 bedroom that's cheaper, and just lower the overhead. You ain't gonna have to do that forever. Just lower the overhead for about like a year or two. Give your business time to grow where it grow fruitfully and bring back the money. So go low overhead. I get with some partners like, hey, I get with somebody like, hey, bro, you want to go half on this house? It's a nice house. If all three of us do it, and yeah, we got our girl, you got your girl, I got my family, so, but if all two of us or three of us do it, we might be paying $600 a month. So you pay 600 or 600, and I mean rent ain't 1,200 no more. But I'm just I'm get you. You see what I'm saying? Like, so he pays 600, you pay 600. So now your rent is 600 a month. Now you lowered the cost. So now you go out there and grind 12, 14 to 16 hours a day. That's what you're gonna have to do to get where you're trying to get. You're gonna put it, yeah, you ain't putting it on 8 trying to get bigger and scale that business. You need to be putting in 12, 14, 6 hours, 16 hours a day. And it's gonna be time, it's gonna take a lot of energy, and sometimes you can't, sometimes you're not gonna be able to look for contracts, actually drive the band, get the loads. You're not gonna be there. So you need to get a team. You know what I'm saying? And make sure the team is on the same page you are. You know, get your son if he old enough, or your daughter if she old enough. Get somebody that y'all bond together and y'all got a common goal. I came in with a team. Me, my son, my partner, my daughter-in-law, and we just came in a team. Everybody had the same concept. We know we wasn't going to take any money. We weren't going to get any money to a certain amount of point. We're not going to put no money out the business. We'll have to survive. We got to do whatever to survive. Our bills is our bills. This business is not going to pay our bills. We need this money for our business to grow and things like that. And so that's how we were actually able to succeed. Them are some of the key factors we used to succeed. We got in a big house, and we like, hey, boom, this what we're gonna do. We're gonna pay this. We're gonna pay it. Everybody gonna pay this. Everybody gonna chip in and see. And that's how we did it. And that's how I would build a team. And we always just on the same path. Did I come in with money? Yes, I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I came in with money, a good amount of money. I spun it. I spun a lot of money, and excuse my language, I was just about to cuss, but I spun a lot of money. Me and my partner, you know who my partner is? My partner is my son. You know what I'm saying? So that's my business partner. I have a strong suit because maybe I'm older, I see things different. He has a strong suit, you know what I'm saying? But he definitely pulled his part, and I pulled my part. And my daughter-in-law pulled her part, and my nephew pulled his part. So we all a team, and we all help each other, and we build and to get this thing going. But that's how you have to do it. That's what I would just advise to anybody. Get you a team coming in. Walmart has a team. Dons and Bradley has a team. Benz has a team. Everybody that's getting it. Apple has a team. Android has a team. Walmart has a team. Amazon has a team. So everybody that's actually building and making it successful and big, they have a team. That one man army thing ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? You have to have a team. Everybody have to have the same kind of goal. Remember, you might can't get no money out of the business for 2 or 3 months. You have to be cool with that. You have to be cool and still making other end meets to pay your regular bills that you have to pay without draining the business for money. Let the business grow and let the business get right so it could bear fruit. When it bear fruit, it will take care of you. But you have to go through that suffering and that tough stage. And sometimes it's hard. It's hard, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like sometimes it's hard. Nobody would understand unless you just go through it. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you have to just own everything. Seems like it's crashing, but steady the course. Steady the course. That's just a little rain hitting the windshield. You know what I'm saying? A little storm hitting the windshield. Wind hit the windshield. You'll make it. You know what I'm saying? You'll make it. You know what I'm saying? Pick yourself up, cause you'll make it. Everything gonna be all right. Everything gonna work itself out. But that's my little insight, bro. Honestly, that's my insight about the game and the carrier game in the business. And that's anything you do. You're going to have your trials and tribulations. You're going to go through things, and it's just to build character. It's not against you. We have to stop thinking things that's happening to us is against you. It's to have to build a better armor, because where you finna go, you're going to need a thicker armor. Where you finna be, you're going to need a thicker armor. You're going to have to know how to negotiate. You're going to have to know to talk to people. You're going to have to who you can surround yourself. You're going to have to not let everybody touch you and give you bad energy and bad vibes. So that's, and that's the way, that's things in life you learn when you actually just, you go a journey, you're trying to get to your goal. You have to remember that, man. So, hey, I'm glad y'all joined me, man. Stay tuned. I'm in the office. Be dropping more videos and giving y'all more insights. I got homework to do. I've been out of town. And two, you don't have to quit your 9 to 5 when you start your business. As a matter of fact, just use your 9 to 5 to start your business and empower your business. I didn't leave my 9 to 5. My 9 to 5 tried to push me like, hey, which one you gonna choose? I was gonna choose my business regardless. But I was in a different predicament. I did have money. Like I said, I did come into it with money. I had a partner that let me stay with him and required nothing from me. Required nothing from me. I didn't have to give my money. I didn't have to do that. Now, did I do my part? I took care of the bills. I did everything because he didn't have to do that. But he understood it. Like, that's my boy. Like, we was real friends. You got to get and that's still my partner today. Like, we real. Like, that's my brother. He already know. Like, when Cell touch it, you got it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, my people already know. Like, everybody that invested in me, they already know that when Cell touch it, you got it. I didn't get here where I'm at in this nice house, nice cars, and cargos and things like that, a little money. I didn't get here without going through a struggle. I'll be honest with you, bro. I think it was like 2 years ago. Don't quote me on it. I think like 2 years ago, I was sleeping on my mom's couch. I had to go back and stay with my mom. I had a big old house. People sold the house. And my kids stay with me. I'm family oriented, so I love my kids, bro. That's like everything to me. So I always just try to take care of them. I don't beef with my baby moms. I try to take stress off of them and everything, because it's not about what they perceive or what we're going through in life. It's that we got to raise these kids and make sure they getting what they need in life. And I want my kids to never have to go through another man that have to make money, go through another man to ask for money, to have to work for money and stuff like that. I want to build our own wealth. I want to give my daughter someplace she could always be working. She could always come and work for the family business with. And my son, where they won't have to go look for a job and the person won't hire them and the person pay them lower than what they worth. They don't have to worry about that, because I'm building an empire for my kids, my niece, my nephews, my mom need me. My mom depends on me heavily. I never tell her no neither. It's so crazy. Sometimes I might say no, but mostly I never tell my people that depends on me no, and it's just because I got myself to that point. What I mean by, let me take this back. On your way coming up, you're gonna have to say no. And if you go during what you're trying to do, tell everybody no. It's no everything. You can't. If they say, hey, my life gonna get cut off, the house blowed up and everything, tell everybody no. What I'm telling you in my predicament is that my mom invested a lot into me, and she been a very courage to me. So I'm at the point, like, I do what I can do for my mama. Do I do everything for her? Like, no, I let her still go out there. Yeah, you take care of some of your stuff too, because I don't want to cripple her. But like, she did a lot and put a lot behind me to get me here. So I do watch out for her majority, like a lot. I take care of a lot of things for her, and she has that luxury. And I never really, even when I run into problems, I never tell her like, hey, I ain't gonna be able to do this. I just figure it out. That's what type of person I am. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure out some way to make it happen. But before you can get to that stage, bro, you have to invest in you. You have to make sure you're straight. And no matter what, when you do get to that stage, make sure you're straight. Because if you ain't straight, you can't help nobody else. But on your way up, tell everybody no. Everybody, your kids, everybody. Sometimes it's hard to tell your kids no. I know it. It's hard to tell your kids you can't get them J's. I know it. It's hard to tell your kids, hey, you're going to have to go with these same shoes or this. But that's only temporarily, bro. Just do it for temporarily. Like, it ain't going to kill nobody. Ain't no matter what nobody say about you. Oh, look at us, look at him, yeah, look at me. Yeah, that's just another version of me before I came up. And matter of fact, take a picture of that moment, because you're going to be like, I remember when bro was such and such, now he here. You know what I'm saying? So boom, yeah, like religion that moment, bro. Like stop trying to get the kids to let us join or try. Oh, I gotta put my kids in this. That's what's sending you, bro. I got this holiday coming up. Stop celebrating holidays. Like, bro, that's keeping you broke. Celebrate no holidays. Celebrate me. You know what I'm saying? For real, me and my accomplishment. You know what I'm saying? Me and this land that me and my son got that we're building on and stuff like that. And things like in that matter. I ain't celebrating no holidays. I ain't into all of these planned events that they got. I'm building financial wealth. You know what I'm saying? Residual wealth. You know what I'm saying? For me and my family and my kids. You know, generational wealth where it could be passed down. So that's how you got to be. This don't get caught up into all the glamorous of things. Just stay focused, bro. Tell your kids, no, tell everybody, no, get up, get there, get there. It don't matter. People never really been. Tell me the story. You remember the story when Michael Jordan went like he went in that good before he started off. You don't remember it because they always they remember the greatness. So that's what I'm saying. Like do what it takes because nobody ain't gonna really be talking about like how bad you was when you made it. They gonna be like, bro, made it. They just the story always gonna be like, bro, doing it. I mean, bro, such such, but he, you know what I'm saying. Now they talking about your arrival. So arrive because the whole world is waiting on you. They waiting on to see you arrive. Stop prolonging. Like, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but man, I'm pretty glad, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying, tuned into me and check my channel out and everything. Get like I say, I'm Mr. Ambitious and just keep it consistent, man. Until next time, man. I'll holler.